I had it scheduled to go live, and it just started anyway.
Even when you weren't here? How was it recording?
No, I just started it now. That's interesting. Yeah, it's showing up over here and everything. At least it's the right orientation. Oh, sorry. At least it's the right orientation this time. I was hoping to have a few more minutes so I could go downstairs and get my miniature.
We'll go get it. Just doing this setup right now. I accidentally dripped water on our papers.
Oh no, they should still work.
I can't reach anyway. It's not going to hurt me any.
Yeah.
And here's your cleaner. In case you want to show them how
The
to
cleaners.
properly clean your brushes.
Ugh.
I guess I'll. Is this on? I don't see the green light.
Yeah, it's on. I turned the green light off because it was obnoxious.
Okay, so we're getting a little bit of a late start tonight. We actually worked today and threw us off.
A little bit.
It's our normal Sunday routine.
There we go. Hopefully that's good and it won't attack my zipper. The downside of... Did you clip yours on or did you use the
The magnet.
Oh, okay.
Because
like,
whenever I clip it, it ends up upside down or something.
right. For me, that magnet always catches on something.
You guys, welcome back to paint night.
That's good. I don't need a lot.
So the polls are in.
Yeah, that's right. So from now on, just like back in ye old days, just in case anyone out there didn't remember, we did a poll to see what day worked best for the community for us to do the live sessions, because the last little bit we've been doing it on Sunday,
Which
which
happens to be the day that everybody orders pizza and wants to be talking over us.
yeah, and it also doesn't work for some individuals. So we've been kind of trying to figure out another day to do it on during the week. Friday didn't seem to make very much sense, because Friday and Saturday at least, because everyone is already doing stuff on Fridays and Saturdays. So it's like you would just be competing with everything else. So instead, we just decided to have a poll to see what day Monday through Thursday worked with everyone else. And the first poll, it was a tie between Tuesday and Wednesday. So we did a second poll, and now it's Tuesday now, which is kind of funny and interesting because it used to be Tuesday for the longest time, back when we used to do this at the game store. So for us to do this like live session every Tuesday night is kind of funny. So we're going to start by doing the first live session this Tuesday, or the first during the week live session this Tuesday. We're going to be doing it as like a special Christmas jamboree over hanging out with Steve Mann over with the rest of his Marlboro Town population.
Sadly, I won't be there.
Yeah.
When this was scheduled, it seemed to slip through people's minds that
it didn't slip through my mind.
I actually work that day, and we actually have a Christmas event of our own after work. It's nice it works for him because he works morning shift, but I work in the afternoon, so he and Steve Mann are gonna have to take the reins this week.
Which is fine. It'll still be a good time. That just seemed to be one of the better days to work out with him, to make it, not on the weekends where he's usually doing something, and then on top of that, to make it not on Christmas or Christmas Eve. So it worked out in the end, because it'll be the first Tuesday live session, and on top of that, it'll be a bit of a fun little Christmas activity, and then on top of that, it'll also be something that kind of worked out for Steve Mann, because he's been wanting to do a live session with us for a while.
Mm-hmm. And we don't have anyone watching us yet today.
Yeah, that's
which
okay.
is really weird, because last week it was like all of a sudden there's like all these surprise people.
40 people. Yeah.
I feel really bad if nobody watches us today.
No, it's okay. People still watch the sessions when they're done, like when they get uploaded. So
yeah,
you should be fine.
I don't think that Lynn and Julio will be joining us with Ren tonight, because they've got a house guest.
Yeah. So. Unless they wanted to just watch for the sake of it. I don't know. But no,
I'm sure their house guests would get a real kick out of them just sitting there and watching us.
Yeah. No, I meant, never mind.
I'm just saying it jokingly, but
I know.
now with this little character here, there seems to be something on the thigh, and I'm not quite sure what that is. Do you see it? What is that? Is it like a buckle or a
Yeah.
jewel or a leg strap?
So you see around here, there's like plate, right? And then this is a strap to keep the plate on the thigh.
Okay. So I
You
just
see,
need to enhance
you can
that.
see that. You can see that on the other side as well.
See, and I originally thought that was like a little stitch on the pants.
No, that's part of the plate armor.
Guess I'm gonna have to make it pop out a little bit more.
Yeah. Good times. Today I'm working with a MSI Dragon. Cute little dude. And I already have him primed and everything. Originally, this guy was like a orangey red color. You can kind of see that on the bottom. But today, I was planning on doing something a little bit more extravagant.
So someone had a suggestion
What was that?
that we have some sort of background music to help with the silent moments. If you guys have any suggestions of uncopyrighted clips of music or whatever to help with that, we're down for suggestions.
We could do the whole like Adrian von Ziegler thing. Do the whole Celtic music in the background. That guy is pretty cool when it comes to letting people use his music for fantasy stuff. But we'll see.
What we could do is we could turn this on and just have a fire crackling behind us.
That'd be fun. Do you want to do that?
Should we try that?
Yeah, let's give it a
Let's
shot.
go ahead and do it.
I'm not even sure how you do that.
Maybe the fire crackling and maybe some quiet music would help. I don't know if it'll do anything because there's no guarantee it's going to be copyright.
Well,
Or
I
not,
don't think you
but-
can copyright fire crackling.
Well, sometimes they have like jazz or something going with it.
Just get something that's just fire crackling then. Roku, that's copyright. Good evening. Oh, it's Mud.
Hey, Mud. I'm trying to remember how to do this. I hardly ever use the TV upstairs.
Yeah, I never use this.
TV.
Live TV, maybe there's fire. Never mind.
I'm actually trying to see where the little YouTube thing.
Transformers live. Whoa.
I watch Transformers live. I'm just trying to find YouTube. I don't know if it'll let me watch our thing and also play the flames though. There was another one that had like a Christmas background. It was like
I
I
know
don't remember if it
Netflix
was
does
on
it.
Prime or Netflix.
I know Netflix did it like last year or the year
Let's see
before that,
about
but I don't know if they do that anymore.
let's see about Netflix. Oh my gosh, my neck is so cranked. Okay. I thought I saw Netflix a minute ago.
Fire, fire, fire.
Yes, we know how much you love fire.
Yeah.
Where is my maybe it's down here. My mom uses this TV a lot.
Karen.
We could watch Carrie.
No, it just said Karen.
I know
Is
you
that like
just
the genetic, not genetic, the generic Carrie?
Yule log
There
channel.
you go. That's
Let's
the
see.
one.
Well, that could do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
how do we
I
get
mean,
this little thing to go down?
I don't know if that music is copywritten though.
They can at least look at the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. There, you got fire. How's it?
Did you want to?
My
So
phone just turned off.
So we're just gonna leave it on.
Yes. Oh,
Oh,
no.
that's obnoxious.
Really? Can we just get Stranger Things?
Oh, we're breaking the laws now.
Watch us get monetized for a commercial playing for Paint Night. Paint Night stopped for me.
Huh. Well, it does that every week apparently.
Let's just go ahead and mute this for a minute on the other controller.
Wonderful.
There, more fire. Makes the Stranger Things action.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's copywritten though.
Yeah, well, if they'd stop playing ads during our thing, it would be helpful.
Yeah, how dare they?
How dare they?
It's their fault. That's outside of our control. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna
Okay,
paint.
you go ahead and you teach, and I'll try to get this thing working.
All right. Today we're gonna mix some colors.
Isn't that
Create a gradient, huh?
Doesn't that go along with the whole color theory thing she was asking about last week?
Yeah, that would be cool if she joined us again.
Come on, will these ads ever end? This was a terrible idea. Okay, there we go. I'll just mute it every single time that the other stuff comes on.
You'll barely have time to paint.
That's okay. You got this.
Oh, thank you.
Hey! Let's see. Actually, no, I got my hopes up. My text messages are still up, and instead of it's showing me the full screen of YouTube.
It sounds like a you problem.
There we go. Okay, Mud, looks like you're our favorite tonight.
Yep.
Why is it doing that? I hate my phone.
He was saying he'd keep it muted all the time. Just saying. I don't disagree with you.
Okay. I don't want. I'm reopening YouTube. It's doing a weird thing where it's taking up like a third of my phone screen, right in the middle. don't want to. Yeah, it's having issues because it's my account that the thing is on. No, I'm not watching YouTube. How could it? Why is it doing that? And it starts.
This is just funny, this whole situation.
Look at this.
Hmm.
I'm trying to see what's going on and I can't because it won't let me open Paint Night now.
Well, I have it on my end. If
I just can't see on your end. It's clear across the thing. I can't respond or see what people are asking.
okay.
There we go. And I'll go ahead and I'll mute this. I've got it muted already. Okay. All right, cool. So, Stubbs, not Stubbs. I was just thinking about Steve Mann and the shop and everything. Brain gone. Mud. So tell me, are you working on any special stuff tonight? Oh, he does have a question. Okay, I just barely saw your question. My phone's delayed, sorry.
Is alcohol-based ink good to put over paint as a wash?
I've never done that.
I mean, I think it's a good idea just because alcohol-based paint can usually run pretty thin. And using it as a wash seems like it would work pretty well.
I've actually just used water and watered it down a little bit, but I don't see why alcohol wouldn't work. I can experiment with it on this little figure here.
I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of paint it is. Because if it is more of like an acrylic kind of paint, then it can dry really quickly. But if it's more of a oil kind of paint,
I think I did the wrong silver.
Then oil paints can take a very long time to dry. So it depends on what kind of outcome you're looking for.
That makes sense.
He's working on an undead giant spider.
Ooh, fun.
That sounds radical. If you're on our Discord, you should post it on the Discord so we can see it.
Do you have Discord on right now?
Yeah, we have a Paint Night Discord. It's we have a link in the on the YouTube channel about section. It should show the link to the Discord. If it's not there, I know on the videos that we post, the link for the Discord is definitely there.
So I'm playing with some darker metallics tonight and some lighter metallics. I know I was playing with some washes yesterday. But I figured since I just barely put the wrong silver out, it's more like a gunmetal. You know how much I love gunmetal. I'm going to try blending that with the lighter silver that I was using last week. Because I think it'd be fun. See if I can get it to fade from a bright silvery sheen to a darker sort of sheen. And then go over it with a purple wash again.
Mm-hmm.
And I am now seeing that leg plate that you were talking about. It's showing up a little bit more right now.
Good.
I didn't realize it had leg plates. I just thought it was a stitch on the clothing. I'm going to do some edge highlighting on the edge of the plating.
You're going to do edge highlighting on the edge?
Yes, on the edge.
Um,
That's what edge highlighting is for, right?
yeah.
Thanks for being here, Mud. Means a
Yeah.
lot.
Barbara was getting a little sad that no one was tuning in. So you make a big difference.
I'm working on the same thing I was working on last week. I've decided that what I'm going to be doing is just doing a little bit step by step on this one in particular figure till it's done, just so that people can see what I'm doing. I'll go ahead and I'll attempt to show you. We need a little pedestal or a little stage to put it on. It's just like, but then if we do that, then it blocks them actually
There you go.
seeing what we're doing. Let's see if that works. I don't know if you can see on the leg right there. No, I think it's too small, that far back.
I can just...
What we need is another camera to zoom into the minis while we're doing this. It's just there on the upper thigh that I was working on. If you rotate a little bit, babe.
towards the shield
back,
or...
Yeah. So you could see the darker metal on the back of the thighs, and then the lighter sheen on the front of the thighs. Yeah, you can see that pretty well. Right, perfect. Thank you. What we should do is like bring over, like, if our living room wasn't so small, it'd be easier, but bring like a little friend from paint night every now and then to just come and paint with us and show what they're doing.
Well, I already thought that would be a good idea, so yeah, we could totally do that.
Have Colton over 1 week and Steve Mann over 1 and Mud over for 1. I think it'd be a good opportunity to have him just paint with us while we interview him about his metal. Yeah, I know. That's why we brought it closer so we wouldn't have it focusing in on our face again. So do you have your paints out tonight? Or are you painting along with us? That's awesome. He's actually painting with us.
Nice.
That's fun. I kind of miss having the bigger groups. I mean, they said at Geek Together that we could have people come over anytime and just hang out, and they'd let us use a table. But the problem is that there's really not a lot of lighting or anything to be there, and there's a lot going on. I think it would be more distracting for the watchers just watching everything on the behind us more than it would be teaching them anything. You know what I mean? Also, it's driving there after work every week like we were doing before, and it's just easier to just have all of our supplies at home where we don't have to bring them out all the time. You know what I mean? Lynn suggested that we listen to Animal Crossing music while we paint. What are your thoughts on that? So you're trying to blend the black into the brass. What I usually do is I do kind of the whole gradient thing that I used to show at the paint class, where you take like a flat brush because you want it to fade, right? Be kind of a gradient. So you take just a little tiny bit, you tap it out on the one side, and then have the other color on the other that's lighter. And then you can do a little circular motion. Where you want it to be a little bit darker, you'll use the, it's kind of hard to show with these because they're metallics. But as you can see, there's a bit of a fade that goes from the gunmetal to the lighter silver. I'm stuck on the table. It's magnetized my shirt. Okay.
Yeah, that's why, like, yeah, that happens often.
Veto. Do you mean to do ditto or veto?
He's vetoing your decision. I don't know.
And then once you get kind of the coloring you want, you can also drag it out. So you bring the darker forward on one side and then the lighter forward on the other. This dried a little bit more quickly than expected, but here, I'll try again. I'm gonna blend out the darker side here. And then I'm going to blend out the lighter side here so it fades into and you've got that gradient that we were talking about. Oh, veto on the music. You want me to mute it? Can you hear it?
Yeah, I'm sure he can hear it.
Okay, I'll just mute it. It's just to get rid of some of the silence. Because Lynn was saying it's too quiet in the background.
I'm pretty sure Mud doesn't really care.
Oh, Vito on the Animal Crossing music. Oh yeah. Yeah, I could see how that could get really repetitive. And might just turn people a little batty.
Batty.
Yes.
What is this, Fern Gully? What's going on?
Real batty. Do they use that in Ferngully? It's been forever since I've watched it.
You don't remember Robin Williams' character?
Yeah, but I don't remember him using the phrase batty.
Well, he's a bat.
I know, but he doesn't use the phrase batty.
Yeah, he does.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh.
My name is Batty. Something is a ratty.
Now I'm just playing with paint on my hand. Why is that? Everybody loves Ferngully. I mean, I'm Atla more than me.
Definitely. It's one of my favorites.
I'll watch it like once every 6 years. He'll watch it annually or every 3 to 6 months.
I don't know about that often.
I believe you. I just didn't remember it.
Yes, his name was Batty. And his something was a ratty.
I don't know. I also used to love Thumbelina, which is around the same time. I lost interest in that too. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not supposed to, but maybe I grew up a little. There are some that I still love though, like a lot of people don't like it, but one of my favorite Disneys, not that I'm a huge fan of Disney, but one of my favorite Disneys is actually Sleeping Beauty to this day. Can't stand Snow White.
You don't like Snow White.
No, the talking and rhymes a bit much for me.
I'm joking.
I just add the wrong color. Nice thing when you accidentally add the wrong color, you can always paint over it. Yeah, and you know what? I don't care what people say, the happy endings and stuff. I personally like Grimm's Fairy Tale and the Hans Christian Andersen versions better, all the way. They had so much more detail, and it wasn't just everything's like predictable and all the characters are generic.
It's because not all of them had morals. I guess if there was a moral to a lot of those old stories, it was just crazy stuff happens. Not much you can do about it.
It's just, I don't know, it was just good storytelling. It kept you sucked in. And you were okay with it not always having a happy ending, you know? It was more realistic in that aspect. Everything just...
Or just sobering.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I think she's actually turning out really pretty. But I'm still I wish we had better lighting. I'm going to go over it with a purple wash again now that I've added some of the metallic. Yeah, they're pretty much warnings to kids, you know? And you know, and a lot of the times the good guy did still win, but it was because they were kind. Like a lot of the stories have to do with like a little old lady or a little man sitting on a stump that's hungry, and the guy has very little food, and he shares, and he gets a greater gift out of it. You know?
Yeah, the woodman and the woodsman cut open the wolf and got Little Red Riding Hood out of the stomach of the wolf, and then filled the wolf with rocks out of the kindness of his heart.
No, I'm talking about
Yeah.
some of the other stories.
I'm just I'm just joking.
But yeah, do you remember the story of the? Did you ever hear the story of the? I think it was the east or the west wind, and it's the little and the kids poor, and he's given he and his mother feed this homeless person, and they give him a magical stick, and and every time he goes to this inn, 'cause he's traveling to, because
London town.
no, he's just traveling to complete his quests, and every time he stops at this inn, the innkeeper kept stealing everything that he'd worked for. Like, first he had a whacking stick, then he had a sort of blanket or something that gave you forever food, like a basket or a blanket. It's a really old story.
That sounds familiar.
Anyway, so the innkeeper, every time he goes to sleep at night, the innkeeper keeps stealing everything that the wind gives this boy as a gift. Because the wind blew away he and his mother's grain. Yeah, that's the story. And every time he comes back, because it works when he goes to the wind, but because originally he goes and talks to the wind because they only had a little bit of grain and the wind blew it away.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes and he talks to the wind, and the wind's like, oh, well, I've got this goblet of plenty or something, and it'll give you as much water as you like. Or and then I don't remember all the different items, but anyway, in the end, the last thing the wind gives him is a whacking stick. And he wakes up in the middle of the night to catch the guy trying to steal his stick. And the kid, every single time he comes to the inn, he offers something, a gift. Like when he's like, well, you don't have food here. I'll offer food tonight with this basket or whatever. Anyway, back to the story.
I'll offer whacking with this whacking stick.
So he didn't know he didn't tell the innkeeper what the stick did, as far as I remember. And he wakes up in the middle of the night. He pretends to go to sleep, because I think the innkeeper's like putting something in his drink each night to make him sleep. And he goes, stick, stick, whack, whack, or something like that. And the stick whacks the innkeeper until the innkeeper apologizes and gives him everything that he took. And then he's able to take all of that fortune to his mother and have a good life. You know, it's
Moral
and there's like
of that story: violence solves everything.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up and find out what it was called, but I don't remember if it was Hans Christian Andersen or if it was Grimm or if it was a separate one. But it was I've got these books that are like almost 100 years old that have classic fairy tales.
We should
and like the kids read along books. The read along books have some of the that we had in elementary school had stories like this in them to keep the people interested. Anyway, and there's like this other story about this princess who's carried on the back of a dog, these giant dogs with saucers for eyes. And the only reason they take her, and they work for this witch. She's trying to get her love back.
You have these stories.
I believe I may have some of them.
You should read one.
Yes.
You should read one every paint night.
Yeah. So anyway,
Like at the beginning of paint night, we'll just have you
each of the
read one of these
dogs,
bizarre
each of the
old
dogs, she does
stories.
something nice for them, and so the dogs start carrying her around and protect her. And each dog that helps her is a bigger dog with bigger eyes, like the size of saucers, the size of plates, the size
Yeah,
of. They're these magical dogs, and it's just really cool stories.
that sounds interesting. Saucer dogs. Barf barf.
But yeah, I'll have to see if I can find some of these stories, and maybe I will read some on some of the paint
I
nights.
think it would be hilarious and awesome.
Or we could have a storytelling corner or something. I don't know, but I
That's
don't
not
know.
a bad idea.
But it just there's so many more stories, and I'm glad that Disney hasn't got a hold of these because they'd probably destroy them too. And there's this one about a guy who finds the love of his life, and she's a princess. He travels and he opens he opens these oranges, and you're not supposed to open them just for a certain time. And out of one of the oranges comes this this bird. These birds you're not supposed to cut into the oranges. The bird, because then the birds are hungry, and then you give them an orange. Anyway, eventually, out of one of these oranges comes a beautiful princess, because he wasn't happy with any of the ones that the king told him to marry. And so he's searching
What a
for his love.
wanker.
And anyway, this witch type person, like that's jealous of the princess and wants the prince for herself, he's taken her back to meet the family, and he leaves her there to forewarn the king he's bringing a guest. And she acts like she's going to brush her hair, and she pokes the top of her head with a needle and turns her into a bird, and then poses as her. Anyway, in the end, she gets killed by the king for betrayal. But these are really cool stories.
Cool. Yes.
You'd mess up the stories, or in telling them, or what? He says I'd 100% mess up.
He said they would.
Oh, they would mess up. Oh yeah, Disney would. Yeah, I misread that. I'm sorry. But yeah, these are just really cool stories, and people don't know many of them. You know, I've also got the original version of Briar Rabbit and Briar Fox, but that's now considered, even though it's historical and it's about African Americans telling stories when they'd go home at night on how they'd outsmarted the plantation owners, but you're not allowed
like
to
the
read them.
taskmasters or whatever.
And it shows how brilliant they were in telling their stories without getting in trouble, and it's about how they tricked their master or whatever, and you're not allowed to read any of those. And it's actually like historical cool stuff that
it's pretty clever.
It's really clever, and I think it's like a hats off to the people of that time.
Yeah.
The slaves of that time. I don't know. But I hope this doesn't piss anybody off talking about it. But I feel like all cultures need to be honored. Their historical stories, not just hidden under a blanket for fear that somebody's gonna.
Yeah, some of my favorite stories were like the old Anansi stories.
The
And it's
Anansi.
the same idea. It's just like character outsmarting all the other bigger, stronger, more well-equipped characters, and just like being an all around just tricky, slippery dude.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just there's so many cool stories to tell, and they focus on like the main ones. I mean, how many people know the actual story of Rose White and Rose Red? I think it was called, or Red. But that one's also a very. They're just a lot of cool stories out there. Why focus on just a few princesses when you've got a whole vault, of stories?
This dude is taking forever to dry.
Are you?
I didn't put the paint on that thick, not that I thought.
Maybe it's the type of plastic that he's made out of, and so the paint's not.
Yeah.
Do you have any stories you remember from when you were younger that you don't hear of now? She is turning out so good, but she's so dark. The colors that I'm choosing are so dark, I'm afraid they won't be able to see them on the cameras. But look at that.
No, I think you could.
I think I need to add a little
Showcase
bit of
that.
sheen to this, though.
And whenever you feel like it won't pick up very well on here, just take a picture of it and put it on the Discord.
I don't have Discord on my phone.
You don't have to have it on your phone. Just upload your photo to, or like send it to you on your email and then put it on through your computer.
Sounds like a lot more work. Like I'd spend half the class like taking pictures, sending it, and trying to figure out how to get it on Discord.
You know what I mean. You know I didn't mean that. You know I meant just when you're done.
Oh, okay. No, I
take
actually
a
didn't. I
picture
thought
or
you meant
two
as
and
we go.
then- Yeah.
Sorry, I misunderstood that. I did actually misunderstand that.
He says, yes, totally. British. Tom Brown School Days. Don't know if I heard of that one.
Tell us about it.
My dry brush is rearing to go.
Oh, when we have you on live, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I'd love to hear some.
Or if we do the whole like storytelling corner, like what Barbara Dell wants to do, we could just like have you sit down and read one of them. Especially if they're like shorter stories, that would be cool.
Mine are kind of long, the ones that I read. I'd probably have to like stop and like do like, since we'd only do it like 4 nights a month, just read a different portion of the story each time while we paint or whatever.
Yeah. Hey, I thought that you guys were having guests and stuff.
Hello. How you doing, Linny Lou?
I'm just glad my paint on my palette hasn't dried yet.
We were just talking about like Hans Christian Andersen and Grimm type fairy tales and stuff like the originals, and how because people focus so much on Disney that there's a lot of these really amazing stories that are lost in the process. And hello, little Wren. Grandma loves you. We have to give a shout out to her so that she can get all excited. Aw, we miss you too. Do you have your guests watching with you? Are they kind of doing their own thing tonight or what? I think I need a darker green. Okay, I just added gold onto my shield. And I'm oh, oops, I didn't shake that very well.
I missed the grand baby.
Aww. We're making dinner. Oh, what event? What event did they go to?
And why didn't they invite you?
It's probably, it has to do with fingerboarding or something,
Oh, okay.
which is pretty cool.
Beep.
Oh, mute. I just lost mute. Okay, there it is. Okay, you guys can all tell us when it's done because we're looking forward. Well, we can see it on the phone. Aw, speaking of the littles,
Dude, this thing is taking
how
so long.
how are Ren and her new little friend hitting it off? I bet it's really exciting for her to have someone at her house that's her age around her age to play with. I think that one's not dark enough either. I need to do a blue type of green.
Ezrin blue. I thought that said like Larson blue, and I was like, what?
Not Ezrin. Oh, but they're having so much fun. Have you got little videos for me so I can see them playing together? We haven't really been teaching so much tonight as we've just been kind of like hanging out and painting together. Even Mud's painting with us.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would like to be painting, but my dragon is taking a long time to dry. Yeah, the fire's back.
Okay. Unmute. There we go. What? You watching for a response? I don't think that's going to make it dry faster.
It's the vibration
I
helps.
I mean, I saw the picture of them in the car being all excited and cute together. And that was fun.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary
Yes.
over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore. While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as if someone gently
We actually
rapping,
just barely
rapping at my
enjoyed
chamber
that
door.
poem.
Yeah.
We were actually that's so funny. We were actually listening to that just the other day. It was so fun. Tis some visitor tapping at my parlor door. Chamber door, not parlor door. Yes.
If only the paint on this would dry. I was trying to think of some funny quirk for drawing paint in chambers and stuff, but
Okay, I thought the shield was awesome last week, but I'm doing some pretty cool stuff with it.
yeah.
Yeah, check this out. I've added some gold. We were talking about not being afraid of to use metallics last week, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Check that.
No, it's pretty rad.
Do you want to show?
No, we'll just let everyone use their imaginations. I'm joking.
I'll put the paper behind it once you get it situated.
Okay.
Is it? Tilt it so you can see the top of the sheen where the gold reflects on top of everything. That's it. Yeah, right there. That looks awesome. Maybe I should add that a little bit to the armor, give it more of a green gold purple fade.
Yeah. I think your colors are great, and they're showing through the camera pretty well, so I wouldn't be too concerned about it being too dark. Too dork.
You read it every Christmas? That's so cool.
I wouldn't consider that a Christmas story, but it's not a bad story.
I'd enjoy it regardless. I'd be like, yes.
Yeah.
Well, it would go great with some of. Okay, so Atla and I used to do this tradition thing where we would do an RPG that was Christmas themed. Our very first year, our characters were children trying to escape Krampus.
That was a great one.
Yeah. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you.
And what was some of the others? We did the one with the cat, the Yule cat or whatever. And wasn't there one with the horseman or something?
The one with the Yule, with the Kate Sheath and the Knuckle of V were the same one.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. Basically, the Kate Sheath was a red herring. Everyone thought that was the monster, but it was actually the Knuckle of V.
And Spencer, he was curious about a well, so he went
fell
to
down
climb in, and he fell forever.
For an entire year.
For an entire year.
Until the next one.
Yeah.
Where they encountered the wild hunt.
And we'd add little white elephant gifts along the way. So people would have to search and explore in order to find the gifts. It was really fun. And it also gives some fun stories into different cultures, different Christmas-based, season-based stories. So we were, Lynn, we were also talking about how Atla is doing a Christmas special on Tuesday, just before we do the party thing. And, well, I'll be working before then, but that's going to be a night that's based on, I think, Steve Mann's Christmas village, how his village is prepped for Christmas.
Yeah.
Which is going to be kind of fun if you want to take a look at his village, see how far it's come. We could do it while we're getting ready, or after we get there or whatever.
How jolly. Doing this makes me feel like I should start doing what old cooking shows used to do, and they would have like the exact same thing in different stages of the preparation. So they would have like in this case, it would be like I would have the dragon while it was primed, and then I
Mm-hmm.
start like putting on the first coat or like zenithal highlighting or whatever. And then the next step would be like a completely different one where that's already been done to it. And then I do it like whatever other technique, and then so on.
It's not a bad idea.
I have those raid ones. I have the raid figures that I haven't painted completely. I could do that too one week. That would be interesting.
That would be kind of fun.
Good old cooking show antics.
Okay, now I'm doing some little gold accents to kind of pull the shield and the armor together. The little bit of gold here and there. I think it's actually turning out really good. I'll show you guys in a minute. So where is the fingerboarding event being held, Lynn?
Your mom's.
Where's Syracuse? I'm
I don't
blank.
know.
Is it south or north or how far away is it?
Nevada. I'm just joking.
Don't yawn. It's contagious. Did you just yawn?
Yeah.
It's this cozy music that's playing in the background.
Or it's just the boredom of me having to wait for this damn thing to dry.
Yeah, that'll do it a little. Oh, past Salt Lake. So is it out by where his parents live? Are they coming home tonight or are they staying out there?
Take me home tonight. Meow, 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 meow. She's a night.
Oh, that'll be quite a drive.
Ooh.
Making fun of the neighbor's dog again.
Yeah, it makes fun noises. I mean, it's a very efficient dog howl.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of it being like bark, bork, bork, bark, bark, bork, bork, it's just it combined them all into one. So it's like instead of bark, 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 bark individually, it's ooh. So it can get more bork out in the same amount of time. It's a very economical dog.
True, true. That's only a couple hours. At least it's not vernal, right? Have you had booths out there, Mud? To sell your metalwork and stuff?
It's not complete, but I'm impatient, so I'm gonna call it good.
Oh, it was stuff for work? Okay. Is that how far you travel now for your work? Wait.
Slap, chop,
I see
slap,
what's
chop.
going on. Let's see. No, I've got it right. And
Slap,
keeping up all
choppy,
right.
choppy, slap. Slapping, chopping.
For a second there, I was worried that I was confusing two conversations and that I'd misread something. How's your spider coming along? Oh yeah, Lynn. He's painting a spider tonight. Okay, I've got a little bit of watered down gold and I'm going to use it to kind of add a little bit more coloring to these thigh guards.
Sexy.
Yeah. We know how you like gold.
And thigh guards.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's actually pulling things together a bit more. Really? What kind of work are you doing? No wonder you don't want to work at my boring old job. You got something cool to work with. A lot of traveling. I need to know what that is. I think that's a dagger or something, or is it? Okay, so there's this little thing poking out of the leg right here. Is that a support that didn't get cut? Or does it look like it's an inside leg dagger thingy? I'll let you look in a minute when you're done. I think you should use some gold dry brush on that.
My only weakness, gold dry brushing.
Oh, nice. It's working on CO2 systems for beverages.
That is cool.
They said they never received they didn't ever see your application. Okay, so right here, see that little thing poking out right there?
Yeah.
Is that like a little support piece, or does that look like it's part of a weapon on the leg?
That looks like it was a part of a support. Was this 3D printed?
Yeah.
Then it was most likely a support. You could turn it into a little dagger or something.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
They said they never received an application.
Liars.
I'm sorry. I told them to watch for you. I just got it off. It just fell off. You know, the first time that Otla applied before I started there, there was something missed where they hadn't received his application either. So it could be that it just didn't go right. It didn't go through very well. Or, just when I decide I want to turn into a weapon, it falls off. It's like, wait, no, I don't want to be a weapon. I just want to be this little thing.
I just want to exist.
Probably. You have to jump through all sorts of loopholes once they even offer you the job, too. Have to get like IRS approved and everything. It's crazy. You're happy with what you're doing now. That's what counts. I'd stay at something that I'd be happy at as well. I mean, I do all right with this job. It's not so bad, but honestly, maybe, it's better cuz now you've got this job that you really love, right? It's not going great. Aw. So, what do you say about maybe after the holidays coming over and painting with us and we can do some experimenting on it together? I'm sure we could make a spot.
Huh?
I'm talking to him about his spider coming and painting with us.
Yeah. Let's give Ungoliant some new life. Let's give Ungoliant a makeover.
Name the date. Let's see, we have to actually look at our calendar.
Yeah.
Let me, I'll check it out on my phone really quick, just one sec.
Around.
It would be on a Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Now that we're switching to Tuesdays. Let me look at my calendar though. Okay, so we
Shake
could.
the table much?
I'm sorry.
I'm joking.
Maybe we could do it like around. How do you feel about the 8th or the 15th? Then, because the next Tuesday is New Year's Day.
We could still do it on New Year's if he's down.
But what if we want to do other things on? Oh, it's New Year's Day, not New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So would any of those days work for you? Put my feet up. Very carefully now.
Ooh.
Just so I don't mess you up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I feel like the silver is not popping as much as I'd like it to against the gold. Sorry, bumpy table.
I can't work in this environment.
Okay, so he says either one of those dates will work. You decide, babe. Which one would be best? So you want to do it on the 1st? Your birthday's on the 5th. So, do you want
what was the dates again? I'm like
the 1st, the 8th, or the 15th of January?
the 1st, the 8th, or the what?
15th.
15th.
Those are all the next few Tuesdays. Loving the facial expressions. Oh, I forgot to unmute the flames. There we go. Do you have a preference of which of those days, since it's all around your birthday?
It's me birthday, and me wants it.
Wants what?
Paint night.
On the 1st, the 8th, or the 15th?
Well, we already talked about it being on the 1st, right?
Well, we had mentioned the possibility of it being on the 1st.
It'll be something interesting that people can watch when they're recovering from being completely smashed.
Okay, so New Year's Day it is. I'll send you the details of where we live and everything.
The deets. Eats.
Oh, yours is the 11th?
What?
His birthday's on the 11th. 111. Yeah, 111 is his birthday.
Hmm. Dang it.
I didn't realize you guys' birthdays were so close together. Are you going to do anything fun? No, why not? Oh, okay. He's commenting on your quote.
What?
So yeah, the first 8, and then you said name the date. Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah, the Gollum thing.
I didn't catch it. I was too focused on painting my mini.
I was too focused on painting my mini. I'm so important.
Yes, you are. I didn't catch it though. Still. Lynn, where is Little Bird?
I don't think she's on anymore.
She left. Yeah, she probably got distracted by stuff. Oh, there's another one that didn't get clipped off. Can't believe I didn't catch these sooner. Make it an arrow that went in. It fell off. It fell off somewhere. So I can't use it anymore. I was going to. I was. I really was.
You failed.
I failed. Drat, yes. So how long are we doing our session tonight?
Until I'm done with this MSI thing.
It's taunting you, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm adding a little bit of reflectiveness on the rocks down by her feet now. Well, nice thing about when we only have one person that's used to our class and paints with us on a regular basis, we can just relax and paint together. It's kind of nice. Unless they have questions, then we try to answer them. I've got a little heart that's blocking the last word right here.
So there is, but that doesn't stop you from climbing.
Where's that from?
There's an arrow in your leg. So there is, but that doesn't stop you from climbing.
Oh, okay. He read it better than I did. I'm not sure. What movie is it? I haven't watched a lot of the older stuff in years. What is it from? No, I've never, you know what? I've never watched that movie. Maybe that's one that I need to put on my watch list. Have you seen Joan of Arc?
Which one? There's a couple.
Which one is it? Mud, are you looking up what year it was? I need to do some purple wash again. It's the 1999 one with Mila Jabal. I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name.
Milla Jovovich. Yeah, that one's a good one.
Now I'm gonna have to watch it just so I know what you guys are talking about.
It's good.
I believe you guys.
It was, I think, before Resident Evil.
Oh, really?
So Milla Jovovich was like in between the time when she was in Fifth Element and Resident Evil, where she like legitimately became like an action hero. So like, or action hero star, I should say.
You know, I never actually knew the name of that actress, what her name was. So now it comes together.
Yeah. Her rendition of Ultraviolet was pretty fun too. I know not a lot of people really dug it, but I thought it was cool.
I did like hers. You're not that old. You and I are part of the same generation, my friend.
It's my generation. Meh, 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 meh.
And he agrees with us that it was a good movie. Yeah, I also really loved her in Fifth Element. She's a very talented actress.
You know who else was good in The Fifth Element?
Who?
Bruce Willis.
Did you know that he is going senile now and he's in a care center?
I bet you still does.
Maybe.
That's my Bruce Willis impression. He's like squinty with like puffy lips.
I've always liked Bruce Willis. He's been in some really awesome movies. Seems like the actors from that time had a lot more depth to them.
Or they were just such good actors that they made you feel like they had good depth.
True, true. You have a point. Okay, I made purple and pink crystals. I'm so proud of me.
The crystal. You're full of quotes and stuff tonight. Me or Mud?
Mud
Oh.
was giving me another quote.
And bad English.
Okay, so I've actually done something really cool with these crystals. I went over them with, of course, I did zenithal highlighting, but then I went over it with like a little bit of a metallic. And then I went over the metallic with pink towards the tops and purple towards the bottoms. And it actually makes them look like they're reflecting in pink and that they're like darker purple at the base. Check this out. I have to have you show them again. Or I can try. You seem very focused.
I am a focused person.
Focused. Okay. I'm going to zoom in on these crystals. I hope I can't see what I'm doing. You'll have to guide me on your camera. Is it focused?
I have to see. You're just seeing the base.
That's what I'm trying to show is the crystals on the base.
Oh, okay.
But it's still kind of fuzzy. Right there, that's good. See that? That's kind of cool, right? I think I might do a little bit of a green wash around the feet. Some more watered down green. The green that I'm using the most is the
Cerulean green.
the Tianzia jade. Tianzia jade. I think I said that right. That's not a bad idea. He's talking about possibly doing a crystal effect for a transition for the spider legs. So focused.
'Cause I'm working on a little dude's eyes.
Aww. How's it coming?
Pretty good.
Good. I think that looks really good. And I need to add a little bit of gold. Gold, yes. Never can be too much gold. I got some of these little stones looking silver, but I want to do a little bit of gold so it looks like it's almost in like a magical, crystally sort of
Mystery tour.
surroundings, like in a cave or something. I think it's kind of cool. Oh, I think I want to put some green in her chest piece too. I don't feel like I have like the right shade. I need a darker green. I think I'll use this one. Hopefully it's a, yeah. Okay, this green, it's kind of a cool color. Okay, it's called Linny Green.
It's cerulean green.
I think, you know,
I'm joking.
seriously, I think I'm actually falling in love with these Reaper paints. They're amazing. I originally used like the,
what is it, Army Painter?
the Army Painter and Citadel and stuff, but I actually really kind of like this Reaper paint as well. Doesn't seem to go on too thick, but it's still vibrant, which is, and it makes it a lot easier for like shading and blending and stuff. I actually got it for the paint nights because it was cheaper. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be so cool. I actually really like adding this green effect to it. It's really making everything pop a bit more. Green, the gold. Make sure those colors. Considering the BBEG. Is that the type of Dremel that you use, or is that the size? What does BBEG stand for? You can be teaching me stuff at the same time while I'm teaching you. Big bad evil guy. Oh, okay, okay. All right. I didn't know that was a abbreviation. I've never heard that before. So it's gonna be your boss. Do you have your old group back together, or do you still have some of them on? You know, still like overseas and stuff. Aw, that's too bad. Have you heard any news? Is everything going all right? Do you know how long they're supposed to be gone for? Oh, that would be cool. Are you going to do anything fun to celebrate them being back? Oh, yeah, you don't want a lot of that stuff there you're not allowed to talk about. I get that, especially when you're in an open chat like this. Gotta be careful. Yeah, I think she might actually be done. Do you think of anything else I'd need to add?
No, your highlights were really good.
All right, you guys. You've heard it. I've completed this one. It's going to be on to a next one. And the next one's going to actually be a commission for one of my friends. So I'm really excited about that. The one that I was talking about that got me started in this in the first place.
One of the ones. Yeah.
Yeah. He's plays a lot of games, and he likes to, and he's had special characters printed out to go with the storylines of the actual games that he's been playing. So that's what I'm going to be working on next. That we can do a close up of the complete. Yeah, true. And let him show her off, and then I'm going to call mine good for the night.
Mine's done too. Look at
Is
us.
I want to see. Oh, he's so cute. Am I
Careful.
touching what? I'm not
Oh,
touching
it's
anything wet.
just the eyes and the teeth that are still
I
drying.
didn't touch the eyes or the teeth.
Good.
But this is so cute. Look at all the shading and everything.
I mean, I do want to put like a bit of a wash in like the cracks and the crevices, but that'll take me like 2 seconds. So we can go ahead
So
and.
go ahead and show it off.
Well, I'll show
After you
yours.
show mine off. Now for the full turn around so you can see the whole character. Now I just need to figure out a story arc for that character.
Yeah, make her into a D&D character. A lot of my figures were figures and then they became D&D characters.
Isn't that so cute? Look at all that shading and everything.
I wanted it to make it look like his feet and his paws and his belly and his mouth were like charred and burnt because he's a dragon.
You get a little bit of that ash
Yeah.
going on. Well, thank you for joining us, you guys. You're amazing. And thank you, Mud, for being so supportive, and for Lynn. Give that little grandbaby lots of hugs and kisses for Grandma.
Strong
I'm just going to do
tone.
that part really quick, and then we'll be out.
No, we can go and end it. It's already pretty much done. It just needs the tone on it. But yeah.
All right. We'll see you on the 1st.
Yeah, buddy. Let's go.
And we are out.